Every day, a singular John Doe player is bullied for playing John Doe. This can be reduced with your help. Anyways, I'm gonna be teaching you how to play John Doe. John Doe's first ability is called Corrupt Energy. Corrupt Energy summons 26 spikes that hit opponents in their area. This ability is also multi-hidden, so you can hit multiple survivors at the same time, or just one survivor. These spikes have a cooldown of 15 seconds and also stay up for 15 seconds, making it very easy to spam them. This is very damaging to the community of Forsaken. Flash news, these spikes also go through walls, making it also very annoying to dodge. Unfortunately, like most Forsaken abilities, they cannot hit elevated spaces! Ironically, this ability is also really good at managing stamina. How? Well, look at this! The fact that I'm able to recover almost 70% of my stamina back after using an ability that can multi-hit is really crazy in my opinion. Please, nobody told the dev team that. They would probably nerf John Doe because of that. Most people underestimate the spikes because they assume you're supposed to hit them. But no, you can also trap people. Isn't that not better? And then you just use your M1. Oh, wait. Right. Actually, after hitting them and trapping them, then you can touch them inappropriately in ways you didn't know before. Another amazing way to use this ability is just making them wait to hit the wall. Look at that, they don't expect it! Dumbass, watch how this guy thinks he can escape from me? The fuck? Not even trapping them, this use predictions. Holy shit, the human mind's amazing. Since he can dodge me, but by also prediction skills, he died. Even this poor alien thinking he can escape the predictions. Hell no, I turned off my brain. Other than blocking, it's a very strong tool to just produce pressure coming from a lot of areas. This chance is kind of cooked. And this is a perfect way to use this ability, guys. 10 out of 10 ability, would use again. Unfortunately, with most abilities, you're gonna mess up. So you need a second side hobby. Watch this! Next ability is called Digital Footprint of Suffering and Despair! This guest was simply too scared to touch and know the consequences of doing so. Wanna know the consequences? I'll show you. John Doe getting a speed boost that's 2 times being slowed down is a perfect consequence! Best way to use Digital Footprint is putting them in places where commonly survivors would go. However, the best Digital Footprint is making sure you pay attention to John Doe's left foot. This is best optimized when looking at how the Digital Footprint is placed. Perfect middle ground of how the Digital Footprint should look perfectly. Look how terrified this alien is looking at the Digital Footprint of agony and despair. Oh my god! Okay, talk about John Doe's passive ability, Natural Maliance. His first one, which damages survivors every time they are near John Doe with his trail that you probably know. This ability is really strong if you really think about it. You put down a Digital Footprint and oh my god, that 2 times about to die because he walked into it. Digital Footprint plus Corrupt Energy is a very good combo. I can show you with this clip right here. Being able to block an exit way, making the guess 1337 walk into the Digital Footprint, and I just touched this. Fuck! Digital Footprint is a really good scare factor, by the way. Digital Footprint also has a very small cooldown, so make sure you abuse the shit out of this ability, y'all. Anyways, other than that, that's about it for Digital Footprint. We should talk about the best aura reading ability, 404 Error. Look at how I just realized what a survivor is. This ability has near instant capabilities of fighting any survivor. However, Ghostburger and Clone, well, counters it. Like, that's very unlikely to happen. Like, let's be fucking for real. It's best to use this ability when it's at the start of the match, or when you're looking for more survivors after killing one. Well then, how do you counter John Doe as a survivor? Ah! The thing is, it's playing a Sentinel and it's canceling John Doe's ability. A useful Sentinel would. Actually, for SHEDLETSKY, he has to come up close, so he would take damage. The duck and weave when hit it. To me, I did not duck and weave. What is this digital footprint gonna do? It's gonna do jack shit. Unfortunately, I'm dumb. Let's walk into. The only problem with John Doe, he's a second below average killer, just behind 1x1. So you gotta use all your abilities to work together to be effective as possible. This is the best way to use John Doe. Making sure you don't put your digital footprints in the fucking open like a moron. The victim survivors movements. They active fear in survivors. Try to pit survivors all the time. Digital footprint could be used as an alternative. Passive ability called Unstoppable, but like I don't get it at all. So let's try to dodge. It's still good. Using corrupt energy to punish survivors is a really good way. It counters about every ability. So yeah. This entire kid is being a trapper. The second slowest killer in the game, he really has to rely on his abilities. That's why they have a really fast cooldown unusually. Those biggest strengths when it comes to survivors injuring each other. Me being able to get a speed boost, being able to trap in multiple areas, but to constantly have information on survivors is a very strong thing. This character is really good. People find John Doe bad is just don't understand how to use his kit properly. That's the only problem. His kit is very hard to use. Look, I will show you something I made really fast. Called the SHEDLETSKY scale. The SHEDLETSKY scale tells us how it is to play a certain character. So far, I have played only Jason and John Doe. John Doe would be easily to place right here. I believe John Doe is in the middle of both hard to play and hard to master. This character has a lot of momental tools that he really needs to learn how to use effectively to become a really good John Doe. Personally, I love John Doe as a character. I think John Doe is very balanced for what he is compared to all the other characters. You know? Personally, John Doe is the most medieval killer to master, in my opinion. I think John Doe can be accessible to everyone. So yeah, give a round of applause. The good thing is, Chance is the best Sentinel to use against John Doe. Look at this, and barely no damage taken. The fuck? Now we'll have a Discord server if you would like to join that. It'll be in the description. More members, please. It'd be fun. I give you video ideas and stuff, I guess. I don't know. So I'd like to thank a lot of you guys for the massive amount of support lately. I mean, ever since I've started How to Forsaken, it has been really fun. That's about it. I also want to say thank you a lot. Thank you a lot to like everyone who has been involved with everything. I'm not really good at outros. I look so stupid. What do you mean it's last man standing? What? With my